Good afternoon. My name is Dr. Sonali Mukherjee-Bose. I am the director of Piyakona. I work here, and I'm very fortunate to work here at Wimpole Therapeutics, number 2 Wimpole Street, at the current time in the capacity of a therapist. But originally I am a doctor. I worked as a doctor. I qualified from Imperial in 1994 and have been working for 31 years as a doctor and will resume in March 2026. So at the current time and ongoing, I will be working as a therapist. And there are many reasons for that. I think there's a system gap in the whole, I wouldn't like to say market, but in the environment regarding what does the word therapist actually mean? Does it just mean conventionally coming in to see a therapist, lying on a couch, sitting down, having a chat, goodbye, may feel better, may not feel better? No, I think it should be more than that. I believe that therapy is something that should come from a deeper knowledge, and it should come from the heart and the soul, as well as from experience that you've had. So mine is experiential. Having been a doctor for 31 years, I'm very fortunate and privileged to have been in that position. I have learned how to understand the human mind. We learn how to pick up on cues, verbal communication, non-verbal communication, and I would like to say that I think in a very unconventional way, which is slightly outside the box. So every single patient is different and individual, and every patient should be treated in a different way and in a bespoke way. No two humans are alike. No two humans with the same condition are alike. And it's complex because patients, and this is something they didn't teach us at medical school, very often have 2 or 3 problems going on at the same time, occurring concomitantly. And these problems, they have a domino effect, and they all have an impact on each other. So for example, there could be a patient with depression, but they may have a physical condition that is worsening it. They could have social circumstances that are worsening it. So we need to look at the patient from a holistic perspective and take a good history and try to pick up the cues, which are not just verbal, but non-verbal. And all doctors will develop this skill with life and over the decades, because there will come a time where a patient walks through the door and you get the feeling as to what the actual problem is. So a patient may say that this is the issue I'm coming with, doctor, but actually there's a lot more going on. And if you're clued on and you're professional enough and you have the expertise, you know that there is more going on than what the patient says, or very often something else is the priority. So, how can I help you? So, why do I want to help you and not hire therapists to help you? Because I feel I could give you that little bit extra, in that I could really understand. I'm an empath on a personal and professional level, so I understand how people feel and I understand what's going on inside. And I would like to say that with the greatest of humility, that most patients or clients will leave the room leaving much lighter than when they came in, much more unburdened than when they came in. And that is what I would like to achieve. And what we would like to provide here is a world-class service. I am very, very honoured to work at such a reputed clinic as Wimpole Therapeutics in number 2 Wimpole Street. And here, generally, The atmosphere is fantastic. The atmosphere is a congenial one, a compassionate one, and an understanding one. And whatever we do offer is at a world-class level, and we will maintain those standards. Okay. So the kind of things that we deal with, and I'm not going to go into too much detail, are anything from depression to life situations to psychosis, and some of the conditions may need referral to a psychiatrist. So yes, we all have boundaries and we all need to be able to refer patients accordingly if need be. But there's a lot that we can deal with ourselves, and sometimes just a listening ear, just to look at a patient and in the eye, or just bring your chair a little bit close to them and, give them that non-verbal communication that I know what you're going through, and it's going to be okay because I'm going to give you the best guidance I can, and I'm going to be honest about it. It's all a patient needs, because this is not about being robotic. This is about being human, and this is the service that I wish to provide. So this is my leaflet, and the company is called Piyakona. Piyakona is 3 syllables after my 3 very precious children, and I hope they continue my legacy. I also want to say that you're welcome to pick up on these leaflets, and it will be available under the YouTube video as well. But there are lots of things that we treat, such as anxiety, stress, life transitions, relationship struggles, trauma and loss, and there are many services as well. And I'd also like to say that, as a matter of fact, more than like to say, I would want to say that I'm very inspired by my parents, particularly my father, and what he taught me. He was a doctor of Ayurvedic medicine, a highly educated man, but very dignified and humble. And he taught me how to treat people, and how to treat people with decency, kindness, love, as well as my mother. But my late father was the greatest inspiration to me. So there's a legacy I'm following here as well. So it's more than just about providing a service or a business. We also have a club, a social club, which will be once a month that you would need to subscribe to. And we can give you details of that, whereby you're welcome to come to the club and discuss, things that you would like us to provide. And as a speaker, or there could be another speaker, we will present a topic each time, but it will be very much interactive. It will be very much heuristic, and there'll be some counselling involved. It will not be didactic. It will be very interactive so that you feel at home. But as I say, this will be subscription based, and it will be once a month at Wimpole Street. And it could be in the evenings when everybody is free. So, a little bit about me. I'm a very happy, bubbly person. Life is full of stresses. We're all subject to stresses, but I'm one of those people who tends to bounce back up, rather than go down. And I think that is reflected in the way that I see my patients, and I think that energy is transferred to my patients, or rather clients, when I work in the capacity of a therapist. I do have another therapist working with me called Mr. Ramiz Ali, and he is a senior psychotherapist, and he may also be seeing you if you wish to see a male therapist. So that's all I have to say today. I don't want to bore you, and I hope that that's of interest to you. If you have any questions, we have the contact details under the YouTube video, and you're welcome to contact us accordingly. Thank you very much for listening to me, and I hope you keep well. And as I say, just reach out. if you need any help or if you have any queries. We have a fantastic team here. We really do. And I say that from the bottom of my heart. Thank you.